Hi everyone, this is Liz from Creative Life of Liz, and I am here planning for the week of February 5th through the 11th in my B&R Paper Craft Plan B planner. It's all awkward like this because it's like much fatter on one side than the other otherwise, since we're still early in the year. But for this week, I'm going to be using this kit from My Cozy Planner. It's the Lunar New Year kit. This year is Year of the Dragon, and Saturday is the Lunar New Year. I've never used a kit from My Cozy Planner before, but I do think that this is going to be pretty functional for me. Hopefully it's going to turn out well. We'll see how that goes. I do need a couple of things to go with it though. I pulled out these 3 washies. This comes from a set off of Amazon. I got it as a gift. I don't even think it's available anymore, but I pulled out these 3. This one's going to be the top washi. It kind of looks like little like squiggles of clouds or dragons or something. I don't know. I thought it went with dragons. And then these 2 are going to go on the bottom down here. I also have these kind of like wide boxes, which are going to be interesting to figure out how to use. We'll see how that goes. And then the last thing I pulled out was this Pilot pen in red. This is like a very fine tip fine liner, almost a brush pen. It's hard to use as a brush pen because it's so small, but I'm going to use that for marking the days and the dates. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this washi along the top, and then I'm actually going to run it along this middle section here as well. And then I'm going to put in all the boxes as we go. Hopefully that's going to turn out. We'll see how this goes. But for now, I'm just going to fill in the washi on the bottom and those 2 rows and put in this guy. And then I will be back so we can do the interesting bits. Okay, here is where we stand so far. I was able to make it more or less be a brush pen, so I think it turned out pretty cute along the top. It's very tricky along the coil, but it is what it is. We're gonna make it work. Okay, so for the full boxes, I think first off, I wanna put a dragon as my quote box. Makes sense, Year of the Dragon and all that. I'm gonna line up on the left side. That's what I've been doing. So I'm gonna keep doing that. All right, perfect. And then for the rest of these, I'm actually going to, we'll see how this goes. Okay, so I'm going to stick this guy right here. I think it's easier to line it up along the right edge. There we go. Okay, that looks cute. And then I'm going to stick this guy. Let's see. How do I want to arrange it on the other side? I think I'm going to stick this one on Sunday. And then this one, if I could get this to come off properly. This one is going to go on Thursday. Sure. Okay. Yeah, I think that's going to work. All right, and then we get to the slightly tricky part. So to make these boxes all roughly the same height, my plan is to stick down this washi tape across. I really hope these are going to end up the correct width. Otherwise, this is not going to work. I think they're double box width. Probably should have checked. I'm going to stick this down here at the bottom. I'm just running this one the other direction because then I can figure out where the bottom is a little easier. All right, and then I'm going to pull one of these guys out. I think I'm going to use the dragon one. And I'm going to set it, oh, it's slightly too wide. All right. gonna pull out my scissors. This is like a little jerry-rigged, but we're gonna make it work. Use the wrong hand for a second with these scissors. That's gonna be slightly awkward, but we'll get close enough. All right. And then hopefully cut it roughly straight. There we go. And then I'm gonna stick this down right here in the middle. There we go. Okay, that doesn't actually look too bad. Now we just need to do that again over here, where it's gonna hopefully work out again correctly. We'll see how this goes. I just want to make sure that I end up with, you know, enough space filled with like deco on each day, because it's a lot of pressure otherwise to fill all that extra space. And I don't really have that much that I want to do, to be honest. Okay, so using this box on these days lets us put the fireworks on Lunar New Year. So that seems appropriate. I'm gonna trim off of this end is my plan, because I would rather have more of the fireworks than more of the little like buildings and whatever. Okay, there's that. And then I'm gonna stick this down like so. Okay, that actually turned out pretty cute. I actually really like that. All right, we've got all of the daily plans now to sort out. So first off, I am gonna take this washi tape. I need to turn it upside down because I can only roll lay washi down from one side. And this looks better if it's turned this direction. So I need to make it so that I can go this direction. All right, there we go. That actually lines up with the lines in the sidebar basically perfectly, so that's great. And then I didn't remember to pull out a specific habit tracker, so I'm just like looking through. This one would probably work, a leftover from, I don't even know where, honestly, on that one. I could use this burgundy one. That's from Planner One Love. Oh, this green is perfect. This is, I'm not sure where this one's a leftover from, but either way, I like this one, so we're just gonna use this one. So this leftover, who has the pay bills that look like that? I'm not sure. We'll figure that out. But there, we've got a habit tracker. I think one is sufficient for this week. Then I'm going to stick in another row of this washi. There we go. Again, upside down. Sorry. Hopefully this doesn't make anyone nauseous. And then I'm going to take one of these guys. I'm doing the full box ones because I wanted to cover up all the lines. All right, there we go. And I'm actually going to pull out my pen. I usually don't write anything in here, but I am going to actually write in the days of the week, just as letters. That's going to be for my dinners. And then I'm going to take maybe this guy. I do have a new slice tool coming, so that's going to be great once it arrives. In the meantime, some of these did not slice super great, so that's always fun. I'm going to just stick this in. Actually, I think I'm going to first flip you around one more time. I'm sorry. This will be the last one, I think. I was going to say, I promise, but I don't want to fail in my promises. So I'm going to go with hopefully the last one. And then stick this guy in right here. Okay, I think that looks pretty cute on the sidebar. You can see a little bit of the lines, but that doesn't bother me. Okay, so moving into our plans, I think what I'm gonna do is use some of these check boxes for work. I mean, that feels appropriate for work, right? So stick in a check box on Monday, and then I'm gonna take, I think, one of these guys and stick it. I feel like these can be bi-directional. All right, we're gonna try it. Stick this in. That's for my plan with me. I think that'll be an okay way to mark it. I'm probably just gonna write on here and leave that little part blank. That's fine. And then I think that's everything for Monday. Tuesday. Got another little checkbox. And then down here at the bottom, I'm going to take one of these boxes that goes all the way across. And I'm going to put it here way at the very bottom. That's going to be for curling. I'm probably going to take these check boxes and honestly divide them up. Same with all this stuff. So we'll probably put in some smaller ones as we go, but we'll see how that turns out for the week. Wednesday, another little checkbox. And then moving on to the second half of the week, we've of course got another little checkbox. This is a very boring week. I do have a work lunch that day, but I don't think I'm going to mark it because I just honestly, I don't think that's important. And then pull one more checkbox, get all these little scrippy scraps. That's going to be for Friday. Pull another one of these guys for my video. That'll probably be maybe my March kits. I don't know. By the time you see this, you'll know what it is, whatever it is. And then on the weekend, I'm going to use this dragon here. I'm going to face it this way because I just think that looks better to mark Lunar New Year. And then on Sunday, it is Super Bowl Sunday. So we don't have curling. It's the Super Bowl. So we're not curling. Sorry, the big game. I'm not making any money off this video, so not against the rules. But I think I'm going to put that down here because that's like an afternoon kind of thing. I'll probably watch. We'll see how it goes. So a bunch of functionals left. We'll see what I end up actually using. But this is where we're at for the pre-plan. I think it's looking super cute. I'll do a little wiggle and a twerk. There's a ton of foil actually, not in the kit itself, but in all the washi that I added. So I think it's looking really good. Stick around for just a second and you can see the finished spread. All right, here is the finished spread. I will do a little wiggle and a twerk. Pretty good amount of foiling, all things considered. If I don't mention it, it did come from the kit from My Cozy Planner. I do have a decent amount of functional stuff left over. I'm just gonna throw this in my stack of leftovers that still desperately needs to be sorted out. And that hasn't been happening. So most of the stuff comes from there. The pen along the top is from Pilot. All the washi came from Amazon. It was like a set that I don't think is available anymore, but I still enjoyed this set, and I think you can find similar ones still on Amazon pretty easily. And then the habit tracker is a leftover. I want to say it's from Counting Sheepy. I think that's my best guess. Not totally sure, so please don't hold me to that one. It's been in my leftovers for quite a while. Otherwise, the week was overall pretty decent, very busy for sure, and spent some time with the cats and trying to get them used to each other. Always a process, but I think they'll get there. But that's all I really have for this week. As always, please like and subscribe below if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. It helps me out. Let me know how your week went down below. How was your Lunar New Year? If you don't have anything that you want to say, just leave me a dragon emoji to say hi. And then follow me on Instagram at Creative Life of Liz. You can see in progress and finished spreads. I tag all the shops, show you bits and pieces of my other planners, my life, what I'm reading, all that good stuff. And until next time, bye.